Hello and welcome to the Just the Guys podcast, episode 148. Okay, I think he ran out of rounds. Is it safe to come outside?
It's safe to come outside. There you go. The bones dropping.
It doesn't matter if you're a he, she, or they, or them. When you tune in, it's us.
Yes, sir.
And today we got a very special treat for y'all, man. So, guess who's on the Billboard Hot 100? 5 times.
3 different albums.
You know who it is. I ain't even got
100 million. 100 million in a month.
He got 5 tracks up there right now. One of them's a feature.
5 tracks.
That's tough. But we ain't gonna talk about him though. We're gonna talk about someone else.
No. Actually, hold on, because you missed a banger episode. You missed a climactic episode. A lot of shit happened that week. What are your thoughts about the Super Bowl?
The performance was very interesting. I had to watch it a few times to really absorb everything that happened. Because the first go around, I was kind of like, it was hard to take in because I was around like 6-7 other people. Number one. Number two, I was kind of trying to just like understand. Oh, also, I was watching it with Bam. This man turned off the audio to the fucking speaker because you know how the TV be having like the Bluetooth bar.
Yeah,
he turned this shit off for like 20 seconds in the intro. So I was like, bruh, he is folding right now. So I didn't even know that he was like performing the that one GNX track that never came out. Yeah, the tiramisu joint. But I was like, all right, cool. I really liked it. I really like all the little details. Having Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam was the first thing that I pointed out when I watched it. I was like, he's Uncle Sam, Samuel Jackson. And he was saying it's the revolution is televised. It's the right time with the wrong guy. I was like, you finna do some weird shit. I could tell he about to really step out of a pocket. And I mean, he kind of did. Like, you know, the little subliminals were thrown in here and there. He was saying, you had Samuel Jackson saying, "Oh, do you really know how to play the game?" Right? The whole Super Bowl arena is like, well, not the arena, but you know, the stage or whatever. It's like set up like a game. You got the buttons like on a controller, the circle, X, square, triangle. I was like, okay, this is cool. Game over at the end. I like it. Then he was saying like, this is too ghetto, like this is too loud. And then he like performed. I think he performed All the Stars.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because even myself, when he performed All the Stars, I was like, okay, this is some shit that like everybody knows, everybody could like. And I had to challenge myself. I was like, huh. So that's what everybody else is feeling that's not a Kendrick fan. Like they don't, of course they feel like the Super Bowl performance is boring because he dropped that album 2 months ago. Yeah. Not even 2 months ago, and it hasn't matured at all yet. And y'all like, oh, he should have performed this, he should have performed this. It wasn't a fucking Kendrick Lamar. It wasn't a Kendrick Lamar concert. He brought SZA out. None of those songs contain SZA. Like, you should already know that All the Stars, I thought All the Stars, Luther, and 30 for 30 would be performed. He didn't perform 30 for 30, but that was cool. I didn't expect him to perform the whole GNX album. That was, well, not the whole album, but you know, a good chunk of the album. He did Squabble Up, which obviously is a huge track. That's on the top 5 right now. I think it's number 3. Don't quote me. But he did Squabble Up. He did Peekaboo, which is another huge track. Obviously, he did Not Like Us because that's still number 1, which is crazy. And
that's not on the album, but it feels like it's in that same realm.
It's the same sound. For sure. That whole West Coast sound, like Squabble Up, TV Off, Peekaboo, Not Like Us, they all have the same West Coast sound, the same bounce. So like if you told me those all came out at the same time, then you know I would believe that. Because Kendrick he's like the same mindset on every track, on all of those tracks. Yeah. Even with Hey Now, like Hey Now is like a little bit different, but it's still the same thing. So yeah, I was delighted. You know, I enjoyed it. Of course, like I'm a Kendrick fan. Obviously, Kendrick got the Super Bowl. He performed in the Super Bowl. I loved it. My favorite part was the Man in the Garden because I did not expect him to perform that. And I thought that was really cool that he did like a little acapella piece. I don't know how anybody thought it was boring, honestly. The little acapella piece with the street light and then transition and then walking off the camera. And then Samuel Jackson walking behind him. and be like, "Oh, you done brought your homeboys." That was a part that I thought was like,
Deduct one life.
yeah, the duck one life. I was like, huh. Samuel Jackson, you brought your homeboys to duck one life because he brought his homeboys. And he just said that it was too loud, too ghetto.
Mm.
I thought that was very interesting. Nobody
Think
caught
peace.
it. They just thought like, oh, it's just the game. He's just like talking about the game. Nah, he looked right into the camera and said, deduct one life. So then Peekaboo, the camera work for Peekaboo was insane.
Shout out to
That was so
cameraman.
nice. The just panning around the circle and seeing all of the voices rocking like, I was high. I wanted to stand up on my damn chair, but I didn't want to act a fool at somebody else's house. But yeah, I was hyped, man. And Kendrick like kind of came from the bottom, and he was like, like he just popped up. Yeah, he just popped up. I was like, damn, okay, he's doing his thing. And then he started doing AZ's part. I was mad, bro. He should have been there. That's like my favorite part of the whole song.
Shout out AZ, man. AZ Chike.
It was a great performance. I really enjoyed it. I mean, we could have did without the Humble, but you know, you got to do some tracks that everybody knows. So Humble, All the Stars,
DNA.
Not like that. DNA.
Yeah.
DNA. I do not like DNA. Euphoria, yeah. Euphoria is a track that slept on too.
And not like that. He did Euphoria, not like that. Interesting.
Not like that.
No, like
like
do
that.
like that. Yeah, he didn't do it like
that's
that.
Not his song, right? It's just the verse.
Hey, but it's one of them ones.
Yeah, but I feel like you can't do that without having Future. Yeah, I feel like you can't do that without having them.
But I don't think it would have fit the story that he was creating with the songs and the Uncle Sam. So I mean, I get it. We'll see more at the Grand National Stadium Tour in North America. The Stadium Tour in North America that has a stop in Canada. Segue into his album.
Are we going?
Let's do it. Some sexy songs. Hey, I see all the reception from it. I listened to it today, front to back. Took the bias out. I was like, I'm not a Kendrick fan. I am a Drake fan. Even though the videos will tell you otherwise. I love Drake's old work, you know? But if you're listening to this as it is, a R&B album with Drake and PartyNextDoor, it lacks in that R&B department. This new R&B shit, this Brent Faiyaz, fuck your man, I'm better. That's not R&B. That's not the R&B we grew up on. That's not Jodeci. You see how they were crying in the rain for their girl, begging to come back. Y'all just dirty macking. That's really what y'all doing. This R&B, this Brent Faiyaz, The Weeknd, toxic love shit. Even like the singing part, like PartyNextDoor is probably like the highlight, but it really just feels like a Drake album featuring PartyNextDoor. It doesn't feel. This feels like Her Loss, just featuring 21. Like it's not a collaborative. Like they're not on every single song, and sometimes Drake just outshadows or overtakes a lot of the songs. So Drake singing, trash. He has better outings. Drake and Party together have better outings in this project. I don't see how y'all calling it a flawless album with Meet Your Padre there, and we got the Spanish talking. The same thing, same energy as the Bad Bunny song, Rod. If you haven't heard the project, same energy as it.
I heard it.
It's
I listened to it the day it came out.
It's not. It's like the vocals are watered down from Drake. His flows sound recycled. His subject matter is you talking about a girl getting kicked out of her house by her mom and you're 40? How does that add up?
Yeah, I think she was like 22, right? That's what he said in the song. Like
yeah, like
some shit like that.
It just the best song to me, and even the moments where he's having fun, like Nokia, it just at a certain point it's just like, bro, what is this? What are we listening? Like the second half of Nokia is like, bro, what are we listening? Like he had me in the first half. The who's calling my phone? Who's calling my? He got me there, and then the second, the baby girl part, I was like, okay, you lost me here, Drake. You lost me.
This is corny. It's corny ass music. I'm gonna be honest with you. That album is ass. Like, you could have told me that'd be the last album Drake would have done. Honestly, I don't even know where I was going with that thought. The shit was just ass, bro. The album sucked. I'm
There's
sorry.
probably like 5 good songs.
5 songs
maybe.
worth listening to. Meet Your
Right.
Padre, Nokia, Give Me a Hug, Die Trying. That song I liked a lot. Die Trying.
On My Way,
that
I
song.
like On My Way. I like Pimmy's Dilemma, and that's my favorite song on the album.
That
and
is a great song too.
And Drake and Party are not even on the fucking song. That's my favorite song on the album. That, and I like Spider-Man, Superman. I kind of like I like how they brought the Real Her on the second half, like the beat to the Real Her. But yeah,
That's another track.
I don't see
That's
how
the
this
Meet
is
Your
flawless.
Padre?
You said Meet Your Padre, yeah.
Yeah, Meet Your Padre, Die Trying, Give Me a Hug, and Nokia. That's the only songs I like. The rest of the album is dog shit. I'm not even gonna hold you. And then like I listened to Give Me a Hug a few times. I really like the tempo of the song. It's got a lot of bounce. It's pretty upbeat. I understand like fuck a rap beef. I'm trying to get the party lit. I understand that, but like get the party lit for the bitches.
This is an R&B album. Why are you even alluding to the beat?
He said, I'm trying to get the party lit. Get the party lit for the bitches. And he said, walk in the strip club. Damn, I miss you hoes. Give me a hug.
Give me a
Is
hug.
this your goat? Is this your man's? Walk in the strip club. Damn, I miss you hoes. Give me a hug. What is Adonis gonna say about his daddy? That's not a no. You walk in the strip club. I miss the hoes. Give me a hug in the strip club.
That's the first thing you say when you hit the strip club. Let me get a hug.
That's your support system. I thought this was the almighty bitch getter to take your woman like this. This nigga is
like, I
not
go to
Mr.
strip
Steal Your
club
Girl.
and smack some ass or something. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, damn, I missed you hoes. Give me a hug in the strip club. Throw it away. The album is not fucking flawless at all. And you could barely hear Party Next Door over all the fucking auto-tune, that chipmunk ass static that's in his voice. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I still listen to Drake. Like, I listen to him from time to time because I can separate what's happening to him now with like the Drake that we have now, Certified Lover Boy, and Her Loss Drake. Those Drakes are different. I'm not gonna hold you because he's not making music like how he was with Her Loss. And this album is a clear take on that. Like, I feel like if he was really trying to make an R&B type album, we all should have had the same vibe as Hours in Silence, like that song.
Or
Like,
TSU, or like you had better singing moments in the last 5 years. You've had better singing moments. This sounds like a shell. This sounds like Flash without the fire. This sounds like just
Sound like a garbage track.
Bullshit. Like this don't sound like Drake.
Sounds like a collection of throwaways.
And y'all saying this is if you don't like the album, this is you don't get bitches. This is an album for like the men that get bitches and
The men that get bitches.
And
Damn, I miss you hoes. Give me a hug.
Party tweeted, "This is an album this not an album to analyze. This is an album to fuck to."
Nobody is fucking to Damn, I Miss You Hoes. Give me a hug.
Nobody is fucking to this album.
Nobody is fucking to Nokia. Nobody's fucking to Meet Your Padre. That Spanish sound corny as fuck. The best Spanish track that you have is with Bad Bunny. It's Mia. That's the best Spanish track you have.
Right.
Everything you did after that was a miss. I'm not gonna hold you. Gently is dog shit.
Huge
dog shit. The whole intro to that track is just ass. I can't even believe he would try to tweet some shit like that. That's damn near almost as blasphemous as what Kanye be fucking talking about. Who is fucking to that weak ass track? Like that's drawing everybody up and making everybody's dick little. Pause.
My favorite moment after listening to this album was when I had the Spotify shuffle on, and right as the album ended, TV Off came on right after. I was like, yes. Yes. I love this. I love it. I love it.
Shit. No, a
lot of boring tracks on there. A lot of forgettable tracks. 21 songs is way too much. It's some sexy songs. Some sexy songs. We got 21 tracks. 74 minutes of this shit. 74 fucking minutes of shit. And a handful of decent songs. The album should have just been maybe 10 and under. I don't need 21 fucking songs, Drake. We know why you're doing that, for the streaming numbers that you're not getting now.
You should have dropped it on that piff. I ain't gonna hold you.
It could have been 13.
He could have kept it. He could have kept it.
Yeah, No Kid was another attempt at like a rich baby daddy sound. It
TikTok
was
song.
cool. Yeah, it was cool. But the baby girl, I even forgot because I listened to it once and I heard that shit and I was like, I don't really want to listen to this shit again. But
Right.
Die Trying, I liked Die Trying. Uh, Brian Still was such a weak addition. Like we know you recorded that shit after everything happened, and
Yep.
you were kind of addressing the aftermath of the whole beef. And then you put "Give Me a Hug" right after that, and it's like you know that that's not a sexy song. That's like a rejoice ass, like a recovering, like I'm back. Like
Why
I
you
still
shooting?
got.
Why you shooting at? Why you shooting at Joe Budden? Why you
I don't
shooting
even
at Joe
remember
Budden?
that.
He's like, oh, Melissa Ford, you a legend from the six. Hate to see you with a dick sucker. Why you going at? Why you going at Joe Budden? What happened?
You
Why
know this
not?
man like the
Why you shooting? You shooting at everybody except for him right there.
yeah.
You don't want that round two.
But there was a track where he said some shit like the dog got no more bark or no bite, some shit like that. Saying that he's kind of tired of fighting, like he's tired of like to be tired of getting like his ass whooped. Like he ain't really he don't have that fire in him no more, the fire to fight.
Don't
So-
come out with no hoodie with bullet holes in it then. If you tired of fighting, don't come out like that. Don't throw the DeMar DeRozan jersey on the floor during your show. No, why are we doing like just leave it in the past then.
Give
Leave
it
it in
5 years. He'll be
2024.
back. He'll be back on his bullshit.
In 5
Yeah,
years, bro,
that's when he's
that
gonna
nigga
shoot.
be a skeleton.
That's when he's gonna shoot again. That's when he's gonna spin the block in 5 years.
You're gonna try to come for somebody else. Like you're gonna probably try to like shoot at Rick Ross or some shit. Like I ain't forget what your fat ass did or some shit, and then make a song, make a few tracks, and then Rick Ross gonna be like, "White boy back. He decided to crawl out his grave. Okay, white boy." And then like niggas are really shilling for him though. Like, oh, it's a black man hating on another black man. Niggas did not say this shit when Pac and Biggie were going back and forth when it was the War of the Coast. Nobody said this
Right.
fucking prophetic ass shit. Nobody said this shit. Like nigga, this is rap battle. Nobody goes into a rap battle and said y'all both black men. Like tighten up. I don't shut the fuck up, nigga.
Hey,
this is the culture
y'all-
of the music.
They weren't coming for Meek. When Meek was getting his ass kicked on the stage.
For real, I didn't
They
hear
weren't
that. I
coming
didn't
for
hear
Meek.
shit about that. Yeah, when this nigga was blasting back to back and that shit was spinning on the radios, it was the same shit. Niggas was not saying that the song was burnt out. Like
Nothing.
niggas really be shilling for this man, bro. I can't believe it. When back to back was playing all the fucking time, all I heard was, "Is that a world tour or your girls tour?" But then Kendrick got a track that's blowing that shit all the way out the water. Niggas don't even remember that shit. It's not even the same person who made the tracks. And then it's like the A minor shit is old all of a sudden. Like, no, he gonna hold that, bro. He gonna hold that. He's gotta hold that. I don't care. I don't care what y'all
Gotta eat
say.
that.
Because when he said "Day Free," everybody was singing that shit at the top of their lungs too. So what are we really talking about?
For 40 minutes. So she got stepped on.
Bruh, that's also a good track, but like I said, I don't know who this Drake is. Drake is looking a lot more lean. I don't know if he been working out. I don't know if he been taking the Ozempic like y'all like to say. I don't know what's been going on, but he's changing, and I don't like the direction that he's going in because I
on the
can
tail
appreciate Drake's music. I mean, separating the beef, like I want to see him get cooked because it's my guy that's stepping on him. He's the one that's grilling. He the one in the Unk sandals right now, just grilling his ass, flipping him, sauteing his shit, adding the you know what I'm saying, all the spices.
Got him in a smoker.
I like that. I mean, it's my dude that's stepping on him. It took for him to step on Drake for y'all to finally be like, you know what, he's on to something. Kendrick got more than just these tracks. Nobody's saying turn on that new Kendrick, but then he dropped GNX, drop a verse on Not Like Us, drop all these other tracks. And now we actually listening to him. He's on a track with SZA. Now we're listening to him now. Now we're paying attention to him. Because before, like 4 years ago, niggas wasn't saying shit about Kendrick. It all started with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. He drops that, everybody's like, oh, what is this? This and that. Like,
Wait, 5 years for that?
it's crazy. It's crazy how it goes full circle. Now it's like, oh, not everybody's a Kendrick meat rider. It's crazy. It's so crazy. How
So
it
I
goes.
see what I saw all this time. You finally see what I saw.
What you mean?
Everybody a Kendrick meat writer now. That's what I seen
No.
this whole time. I had that same
What I'm
vision.
saying is, it's crazy how
Who you
everybody's
seen it from,
calling.
though? Expound on that thought. Unpack that. Go ahead. Unpack that.
I mean, I had two great friends. I was like, these niggas always riding fucking Kendrick. But y'all was riding Kendrick before everybody else was. So, you know, I give it to y'all.
We were there. We were there for day one.
Yeah. Y'all was there.
Hold on. Because you missed the point. My point is that he was always capable of this. And when he started making the music and I was fucking with the music, he was on that. But then it took for him to actually show you what he was capable of, like to make every kind of genre of music, like to make music for the club, music for the party, make a diss track, do this, do that, to drop repeatedly, and then to make you think, to do like all this shit. It took for him to do all this for people to finally be like, oh shit, like he's crazy, like this guy is crazy.
I remember when y'all saying like Kendrick albums, they'll come out like 5 years from each other, and it's like he don't really drop like that. And he really was like, it was like, if he drop more often, you know, maybe people will fuck with him. I remember y'all saying that shit, and then lo and behold, he made a diss track.
I was already fucking with him, bro. Started fucking with him when I was 14. So how does my 14-year-old brain, 15-year-old brain see this man and be like, wow, he's really spitting. This nigga can rap. I don't really listen to nobody else but Cole and Kendrick because they don't really rap like him. I don't really like know what else to listen to. How do I see that over a decade ago, and it's taking for y'all just now to realize this shit?
Hey man,
it just don't make sense.
This is exactly how I felt with X drop, bro. This is exactly how I felt with X. I mean, it didn't take as long, but it's exactly how I felt because this is like, damn, this nigga cold for it. Because I heard the first tracks of X, not the look at me like everybody and all that shit. I listened to his like first tracks and I was like, oh, this motherfucker can rap. Oh, he cool. He's so, and he from Florida. I was like, oh, okay, I got homies in Florida. Ooh. Let me listen to him. Ooh. They got some music, and then like motherfuckers in Charlotte. I was playing it. I blasted it in Charlotte on my speakers and shit. On my actual speaker, like not my car speaker because I wasn't driving. Still not driving, but I had a speaker and I would play that shit at work. Motherfuckers like, yo, what is that? What is that? But like, X was like, where he from? I was like, Florida. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it was like, it's alright. I mean, you don't sound like a Florida dude. I was like, okay. And then a couple years later, everybody I know is like, yo, what's up with that X? I was like, I look at him like this.
The way I feel about X is the same way I feel about Ski Mask. Like, I like his energy, I like his personality, but I think outside of the music, sometimes he's a little bit corny. But it's always hit or miss with his sound. Like, it's either hard as fuck or he's trying something too different and it's like a little corny. So I don't know. It's the same way with Juice WRLD. I think Juice WRLD, I feel like Juice WRLD can rap his ass off. X, Juice WRLD, Ski, all of them can really rap their ass off. And they were like the new generation for real when it came to setting a new standard as far as like the sound for music that was coming up like in this modern generation. But I mean, two of them are gone, which sucks, and everybody else I feel like is kind of trying to imitate, but no one is is passionate about rapping how they were. Because I mean, we've seen it. X could really just take his shirt off and jump on the couch and play around with the music and just turn up and get you headbanging, right, and just say dumb shit and it'll work. Or he could rap, you know, and we've seen that in the Look at Me music video. Like, he could actually rap. We've seen Ski Mask in his different flows, but he always playing. And it's funny because every bar that he has is like pop culture, which I fuck with him for that. He's super relatable for that reason. Well, super relatable for the youngins, you know what I'm saying? And then Juice WRLD, so I ain't gonna lie, like, he could rap and he could freestyle, he could flow, he could do a lot of different shit. He's a lot of different sounds. Juice WRLD is super versatile. But his bars sometimes be a little like, what you mean by that? like the KKK bars that he always doing? Like, he said he don't fuck with niggas, he racist. He said like yeah, he don't fuck with niggas, he racist like at least 6 times on different tracks that I've heard. And it's like, okay, bro, how many times you gonna say that shit? Like, we get it, you don't fuck with niggas, like, you don't like niggas. I get it, but you could say it in different ways and just being like, oh yeah, I'm racist every time. Like, just like, okay, like, come up with a new bar. The fuck. Anyway, that's my little. I kind of went on a tangent with them, but yeah, man.
Right, man.
As far as I fuck that album. That album is not sexy. You know what's sexy though, for real? We Still Don't Trust You. That album is more of some sexy songs for you. It got some sexy songs on there. That's real R&B, real pop sound. That album is more R&B than this weak ass Brian Still and Give Me a Hug. Like you tried it, but no.
The production was A1. Like, hats off to the production. Hats off to 40 and whoever else was working on the production.
Yeah.
But like the
other
beats
20
and
niggas.
and the soul flips that they did all went to waste. Went to fucking waste. And like and y'all with this getting bitches shit, bro. You know Drake's fan base. I watched the TikTok of this guy like dissecting Drake's fan base as of now. And how he's like drifted away. It seems like he's out of touch with his core fan base. The people that started rocking with him in like 2010, 2011. He makes music for like single men who have no sexual discipline, who just want to fuck on anything. And then when the girl leaves off to go find like a real man and try to settle down, that's when they want to pull the "but I love you" and like, what did Drake say in "For All the Dogs"? I met the man you tried to replace me with. He not really a man to me. Like, what? This is the shit y'all ride around to in y'all car and bump at y'all big ages. Y'all big ages. Drake said he's not trying to settle down, but why in this album every other song has a snippet of, oh, I want somebody to love me. But you just say you're not trying to get married.
You playing with it?
I feel like Drake really wants to get married.
Of course he does.
I said for Drake's longevity to get back into that R&B lane, I take that back. Drake, I don't know. You might have to sit quiet in the embassy by yourself and just reflect.
I think
reflect on Drake, your career.
When Drake finally gets like married and finds the love of his life and all of that, I think he'll. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's a curveball. It's like a Hail Mary. But if he does, he might cook. I'm not gonna lie. He might cook with the R&B shit. He might cook, but that's not. I mean, not saying it will never happen. It's not likely. But if that were to happen, he could cook. That's probably what he needs.
Then what I told you last episode, I said if this album flops on Valentine's Day, there's a fucking problem. This shit is flopping, and it came out on Valentine's Day. R&B songs flopped on Valentine's Day. That's a problem. You need to sit with the team. You need to sit with your whoever. OVO as the collective, y'all need to sit together and figure some shit out. Because you sounded uninspired right now.
How you get worse? Like you did something like this already. It's called Certified Lover Boy. How the fuck you get worse?
Right.
I don't understand. Like you developing in fucking reverse. And you made some sexy songs for you, and you sound like a certified trick, nigga. Talking about some 5 bands, I can have it. 8 bands, just name the price, you can have it. I just want some love, and shut the fuck up. This is not sexy. This shit sounds desperate. Desperate ass nigga. Like it's different. Like when you was rapping on those albums back then, I was even fucking with it. Like it's like, oh yeah, like I'm that nigga. Like I got all these people riding for me, supporting me. Like, oh yeah, you can hate me, but your bitch still love me. Yeah, I can have this bitch if I wanted to do this. Yeah, I can have all of this if I wanted to do this. Yeah, like that's what it was sounded like. Or like you was tired of these hoes. Like, you know what? You pissed me the fuck off. You ruined this trip. Like, I'm tired of you, like, blowing up my fucking phone. I'm trying to have a good time. I go out to places. I'm fucking tired of you. Like, you pissing me off. Like, that Drake, I could resonate with. Because it's relatable. There's 5 bands, 10 bands, 15 bands. Name the price. I'll fly you out. I don't care. I still get the love. I got all this money. I'll throw it on you. That nigga ain't really tricking for real. I do it. I go in a strip club. I love all you bitches. Give me a hug, bitch. I love you. 5 racks for you. Give me a hug, bitch. I love you. 10 racks for you. Like, this shit is ass. It is not fire. And the way you singing is so corny. It's not even like a melody for real. This shit sucks. That album is not fire. It is not gas. Not even close.
That's why that shit $4.99 on iTunes. 49 cents a song.
That shit need to be $4.99 on vinyl and FYE, because that shit is ass. That shit need to go on sale right now.
That shit hitting clearance shelves immediately. That's in the back of the back of this shit. That shit in the crate in the back room.
Man, I'll buy that album and take that shit to the gun range. I ain't gonna hold you.
Now the GNX vinyls, I heard them shits hitting the stores already. That Target one with the white vinyl. Yeah. 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 Right on timing.
You see what I'm saying? You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna be right up there. I'm still spinning GNX. Fuck what y'all talking about. I'm still spinning that shit. Let Dodger Blue come on the right sunny day. Fuck is you talking about?
West side, get the money, yeah, that's for sure. At the top of my fucking lungs, boy.
Please.
And I was born in Florida. The fuck?
Right. Fuck is they talking about? Shit.
You got anything you wanna add to that as a bystander? As a nigga that don't really care?
Man, the nigga that don't care. Man, where the fuck GTA 6 coming out, man? Nigga, it's in Florida. It's in Florida.
The damn mic fell. He was so
Exactly.
emotional behind it.
It's in Florida.
The
Bring
mic
that
never
shit
seen
over
that
back to
much.
the east. GTA 6 is in the east. And it's in Florida. Bring that shit back.
It's coming out this year, they say, right?
Yeah, and it said October.
No, it was
That shit
delayed.
was sad.
I think it was delayed till maybe 2025.
It said October 2020, October of this year. It's coming out October this year. Like
October
28th.
this year, right?
Yeah, October 28th or some shit. It's like a leak date. Like a couple of days before Halloween, but like
I'm gonna need
I'll
that
wait.
piece of hardware right behind Rod. That right thing right there. I'm gonna need that.
I'll
play this.
Nah, I'm not. Nah,
Don't worry, mine's just a placeholder right now. That shit dusty as fuck. Hold on. Look at that.
Oh,
That shit dusty. So it's not
right.
getting used. But I've been seeing a game. I'm about to get it on this console right over here. On that console right over there. I'm about to get this game. Fuck a GTA. That's all I'm saying. I ain't worried about the city of Florida. That's all I'm saying. I ain't worried about that.
I ain't gonna lie. When I seen the motherfucker with the wicks and the gold teeth, I was like, man, Rod, get your shit, man. Get your fucking game, man. Stop fucking playing with me.
I never was that big on GTA. I still ain't. I've never even beat that fucking story. I haven't beat GTA 5 story.
Me neither. I haven't played the story. I haven't played the story.
beat GTA 4 story. The fuck?
Me neither.
me.
I got kind of
either.
I didn't play Story Boy San Andreas. I did not play Story.
Yeah,
I was just
What
playing.
the fuck are you talking about?
I was just
cheat
playing the
code,
game.
you cheat
Exactly.
code and you run around, that's it.
Exactly. Terrell gets it. Exactly.
Mayhem. That's what we do. But the
Man,
online for GTA 6 is supposed to be better. So
Yeah,
hey,
it's gonna be better. It's like, and it's in Florida. I'm like, bro, take me to Broward County and give me an X cameo, and we good. We
give me
good.
an X cameo. He's gonna get an X mod.
You can go see his tombstone probably.
Oh my goodness.
You can't really see nothing else. You go see his
This
memorial.
man,
I'm
Robbie
not being
just-
toxic. You said an X cameo. Like, why would he be a cameo?
They
in
could
the
make
game?
like a
He
character
dead.
that ain't X, but is X. If you catch my drift.
We're gonna see Kodak sitting in the middle of the street.
Exactly.
with some-
Kodak could be
with
in
some-
there.
like he was in that one
My nigga
video.
been gone for 7 years, bro. For 7 years. Let this nigga
I
rest,
know.
bro.
No, I fuck with
Hell
just
yeah.
like I fuck with Pop. How long has Pop been gone? Come on, now stop playing
show
with
up
me.
in a new game, though. You ain't finna see Pac in a new game.
But
He
gonna
been
see him on
gone
the album
for a
either.
long time.
nah, Pocket GTA is kind of wild. I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of wild. But X not really wild, especially with it being in Broward. Like if it was in New York and it had Pac, it would be like wild, but it's like it wouldn't be inaccurate because
Him in this New York and Pac.
Hey, remember when Juice
They're
came
not
out?
synonymous.
Remember when Juice came out when he was playing Bishop
I
and
don't-
shit?
I
He was
don't
He was in
remember.
New York at that time.
Yeah, I really don't. I remember the cut, but I don't know the cut because it was popular when I was going in high school.
Well, Juice
As
when
a-
Juice
as a-
came
a
out, the
freshman.
movie, him, Omar Epps, and all that, they was in New York. Pac was living in
Alright.
New York at that time.
I understand.
He moved to the
but-
West
West
Coast.
Side though.
Huh?
He West Side though. He ain't here California love.
You know he put out an album before Juice came out, right? And Juice came out in '92, right? His first album came out in
I don't
1990.
hear no New York love.
But none of us were alive, so why does it matter?
But it's the history. It's the history. As much as y'all talk about generational run, history's being made. This is some fucking history.
It was being made. History's being made for us because it was part of our history. That shit was
okay.
not, nigga,
Okay, it's not our history, but it's knowledge
we
though.
didn't exist at all. Like we weren't even swimming yet. We hadn't even been developed. We weren't in
Right.
cycle. You know what I'm saying? We weren't part of the Great Race. Nothing.
You talking about
I
remember?
know for sure I wasn't. Like I was not there. The fuck. My
damn
thing
sure
was my age at the time. The
You
fuck.
damn sure wasn't. Why, yeah, you sure wasn't. But at the same time.
Is he saying that he was? Like, I don't understand.
But the thing is, like, Pop was in New
was,
York at that time. He was in New York at that time. He was in New York at that time.
Right? He a different being. How was he born in '94? But remember the '90s, like 1990.
Born in the game shirt.
No, it's because
he didn't have a born in the knit shirt on. Granddad need to be making sweaters. The fuck?
It's because
shit. He remembering shit before his conception. How the hell?
Bro, because I did his I did research and I looked up history. I looked at documentaries and shit like that, so I know stuff that happened back then.
Okay,
yeah,
I can piece together the stuff that I know because the stuff that I remember. It's like, okay, I remember this being a thing. It wasn't the exact time, but I remember this coming out, like this Pac album or this whatever, this song being a thing. So it's basically just like puzzle pieces, like what happened before this, and then how they all come together. So yeah, Pac is from New York. And when he did the movie Juice, he was in New York. And he got picked up in New York and did the movie in New York. He was a New York nigga. Then, after the movie...
What are you?
After the movie, he moved to the West Coast and started,
What are you?
Man, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Are you from Charlotte, North Carolina?
Yeah, I'm from Charlotte.
So where's Pac from?
He from New York.
You see how backwards that is?
He from New York. He a New York man. What you mean?
Pac from New York, but your ass is from Charlotte.
Yeah, I spent more time in Charlotte than I did in New York. And Pac spent more time in New York than he spent in the West Coast. So it's the same shit.
That's only
Yeah, he spent more time in New York than he did the West Coast. I spent more time in Charlotte than I did in New York. So I'm a Charlotte nigga. I got the southern accent. Like, stop playing with me.
This nigga rap. Let me look at this shit up.
Yo. Pac was 25 when he passed. When Pac did Juice, he was 21 years old. He moved to the West Coast afterwards. Yeah, East Harlem. And guess what? He grew up until he was 21 years old. Till he was 21 years old. At least 21 years old. He moved to the West Coast. And he was there for 4 years. 4 years.
That's not where I seen him from. I seen him with Snoop.
4 years. 4 years, Terrell. You see this? You see how many fingers I got up? 4. He's only there for 4 years. He talking about he West Coast. No, that nigga's not West Coast.
Okay,
he's not West Coast.
No, take that number and put those 2 middle fingers together, and that's where he's from. Put the 4 up. Look, put the 4 up. Go ahead, put the 4 up.
And twist them 2 middle fingers.
Put the two middle fingers together. That's where he from.
I ain't gonna lie.
That right there. That's what he rep, bro. That's what he rep.
That's what he rep, but he's only there for 4 years.
That's fine.
I could be like, I'm from New York, but I was only in New York for 12 years. How long was I in Charlotte? Crazy. I was in Charlotte for damn near 17 years.
That's fair, but like, you hear his songs, that nigga is screaming West Side at the top of his lungs.
I mean, that's what he was doing at that time. He was only there for 4 years.
Yeah,
he was trying to build up his new. He was trying to build like a new identity in the West Coast, and he was repping that shit hard because he didn't want motherfuckers to really like. He's like, nah, I'm West Coast now. I'm West Coast. I'm West Coast. Yeah, he did.
So
he did. I give you that one. I know what you're trying to do, but I guess I give it to you.
We can't trust those.
Yeah, you sure can't. We
can't trust those.
You sure can't. It's like you flip flop on what's his name? J Fold. I heard someone call him J Fold in the Twitch chat today. That shit was funny. I was like, oh, I know who they talking about. J Fold.
I know who he talking about.
J Fold. I don't. Oh, you don't know now. Mr. Flip Flop. You don't know now. You don't know who they talking about. Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know nothing.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about nothing.
Okay.
I do my history.
And with that, that's been episode 148. We'll go ahead and wrap this up before this get a little toxic and petty. Because it's got the tendency to do that around these parts. Hey, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the backlog. Thank you for the new subscribers. I think we had like 5, 6 new ones.
They coming from Euphoria.
Yeah, and I need to check out that video so I can respond to those comments. Hey man, we appreciate you. Stay up, be easy. It's been your guys, Terrell, Denzel,
Who's calling?
Myself, Rod, and we out.
Adios.
Peace.